species, they do still have many similarities.
Australia is home to the most species of snake, more than any other country, and we're home to the most venomous snake in the world, the inland taipan. But not to worry, the snakes joining me today are of the non-venomous variety, and they're grown up here at the zoo, which means they're very comfortable around people.
In saying this, it is still super important that we be cautious around all snakes, and you can never be truly certain if one is non-venomous.
Identifying a snake as venomous or not can actually be really difficult. I know I find it challenging.
Me too. If the snake is feeling threatened or threatened, the only thing they can do to protect themselves is bite. So it makes sense that most people get bitten and try to catch, or even worse, kill the snake.
But we do have a friend to help us with that, because fortunately for us, the first aid for an Australian snake bite is actually really simple and effective. So if you or me are unlucky enough to be bitten by a snake, there's just one thing that you need.
And hopefully in a minute, we might run out of compression bandages. Never mind, we can't always rely on our animals, but in saying this, that compression bandage is super important. Most believe Australian snakes are venom to target the bloodstream, but it's actually the lymphatic system. So if someone is bitten, it is super important that we act quickly.
Absolutely, and I don't think there's anyone better to demonstrate how to use that bandage than Steve and Terry.
Really strong. We've got a technique that we use. If you get bitten by a snake, it's very successful. Here's a snake right now. Right there.
It's the third road snake! Highly venomous! It's bitten me! Right on the hand! Right there! Terry! I'm being bitten by a snake!
What kind of snake?
A white snake! Highly venomous white snake! There it is right there!
Be calm.
Be calm! I got the white snake on me! The white snake's still there!
You have to lay down.
Okay, wait, you see the frame marks up?
Yes, I can see the flame marks. I have a pressure bandage, so
No,
you must lay down and be calm.
I can't calm me.
Are you calm?
But I might die.
No, you won't die if you are calm. I'm putting the pressure bandage on.
Okay.
Does it kind of hurt because it's really going on tight?
Yeah, it's a little bit tight.
Okay, don't cry.
I'll try hard.
Okay, pressure bandage is going on all the way up the limb. You know why we put the pressure bandage on?
No.
Because the venom goes into the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system processes the venom through your whole body. So when you put the pressure bandage on, it keeps the venom in your arm, which keeps food. But if it goes through your whole body, then you will be doomed.
Come on, dude.
Yes.
What am I saying?
Yes. Let's stay calm and I will save you.
Okay.
Okay. Are you being calm?
Okay.
Now I have to carry you to the car. Yeah, come on.
Okay.
You're running. Now this guy here, he's a jumperoo, but he's not one of us black next door. Let's check him out as he makes his way through the water. He's going to use those long, beautiful legs in self-precision to hunt into his prey. And once he does find something, he'll use that sword or beak to step out and grab it. Now, things you don't really go after is anything from fish, crustaceans, beetles, and sometimes even juvenile crocodiles. And I want to find out how long about these guys is how they communicate like that. What we do.
Four, three, two, one.
I love it. I'm seeing a few khaki uniforms in the crowd as well. Look at you guys. Do you work here? Make you wonder
my really comfortable but super slippery shoes.
Yeah, right. So right before we came out, Mum goes, "Oh no," and looks down and she's got the wrong shoes on. So for those of you who don't know, crocodiles bite you. So you have to wear you have to wear very, very grippy shoes because if you slip over, it is a very brief show. It's a really good show, but it's really brief. So we all have these particular shoes we need to wear. You didn't bring
I
yours.
didn't bring them, so I will be here to say hi.
Moral support. We all need
Yeah,
that.
and then I'll leave you guys to do all the crocodile stuff. That actually was part of my plan. My plan is safety.
I like your plan.
Well, you picked the right day to get those shoes because we do have one of the most dangerous crocodiles in Australia Zoo, the fastest crocodile by far. Who we got? Who we got? Rambo. He's my favourite. I love him.
I see the universe rewarded me.
Yeah, exactly. So you watch a show called Crocodile Hunter? Yeah? Okay, so there's a croc there named Agro. Have you heard of Agro? Yeah. So this is Agro's son. How cool is that? It's a really, really special thing and he's got all of those genetics in there, that's for sure. So it should be a fun one.
Yeah, I think he wants to kind of kill us just as much as Agro does. So it's a great turn. Because he's smaller than Agro, which means he is very agile.
Yes.
So keep your cameras rolling and
Let's do it.
yeah, let's see it.
Not
Yeah,
you.
well, perfect. Alright, let's go to the big screen and we'll watch Scrapper coming out.
Oh, look, he's gonna get the gate. He's like, I'm gonna get the gate roller.
This crocodile is so fast. Oh, he's so hungry. Yeah, you see he has anger management issues.
He almost has his angry pants on.
He does.
He's got lots of teeth. He looks like a policeman store. He's so
It defies the general rule with crocodiles. There's sort of a general rule that we tell people, which is the fact that crocs are quick in the water and they're not quick on land. He's about the only crocodile here that defies that rule. He is so hyperactive and something about him is so crazy that he will chase you on land and he will chase you quite fast. So you've got to think of him as a wild runner. This is not usually how you can see a crocodile in the wild. Most of the time, they're slow, they're methodical, they're very, very thoughtful in those strikes. This guy just comes out going wave and ready to go. So he is the most dangerous croc, far more dangerous than you find out in the wild, but even still, in a confined area. And today we want to show you the rules, what to do and what not to do in Korean wild crocodile country.
So what Robert's going to do is he's going to show you what not to do. If he's too close to the water's edge, he says the danger zone. I stand back here with my really slippery shoes. I am safe because this is the granny zone.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So what you want to do is don't do anything Robert's doing in crocodile territory, or probably just in life. Like, I don't know, leave your pants on. So far we're all doing really well. So what Robert's going to show you is a really great lesson about crossing anywhere north of Rockhampton, across northern territory in Western Australia. You have to assume there's a crocodile everywhere.
Indeed, and this is the simple background of crocs. Crocodiles are fast in the water and they're fast with that strike. But once you're out on land, a croc is never going to fly that shallow. You have to enter the danger zone. This is the danger zone. So, what we want to show you here is wild behaviour, how a crocodile hunts in the wild, and it's all to do with migration. They can pick up on the tiniest little movement, little steps next to the water's edge, and that's what Scrapper is zeroing in on right now. So, it's using his talent there to get all of that speed. Slowly and surely working himself into the perfect position. You also have to remember that, of course, the water doesn't look like this. It's not this beautiful, crystal clear. It's he's looking at this thinking, do I go get the granny or do I get the blonde kid? Which one do I pick? He's looking at her shoes going, those shoes look slippery.
He knows.
He knows that whoever is closest to the water, that's who he's going to go for. He's got 5 people to choose from over there, and I'm even further away. That's what I was near the water. That's what got him going. Five delicious people.
Delicious people.
If he just rolls it, and he is a great crocodile, a great example as to where you need to avoid. That's where you need to avoid the strike zone. Where he needs to click is from about the face of his tail and the tip of his nose with those strikes. Wow. Alright, let's go for another strike.
The best takeaway today, Robert, has been how to talk about your mind. That was really good information for everyone. Yeah, I think that's what you need to know.
That's
Just
really
jump
good.
down.
Now in this section, we've got very little room to move, or a lot less room. Very easy to get caught in here. So if I stand there, I'll just use my hand. He's going to be really down the floor. Let's see what's going on outside. Again, right away. That first initial kind of burst of speed propels me out of the water with that tail. And he's moving. He's showing that now he is here. Oh, this is it. Share with you, grab that from the place. And there. No, you go this one, mate. Go this one. Let's see if I can get you down. Give it up for the strap, mate. I love it. Now, the biggest thing that I want to stress today, if there's one takeaway that you have, wild crop. He was born here. He's got all the same instincts, uses all the same techniques, but he doesn't have the instinctual fear of people. He absolutely couldn't care less. He loves us. But in the wild, crops are very wary. So you have to break the rules. You have to get within about 5 meters from the water's edge. Then and only then will the crop think about striking. Isn't he awesome? So we've shown you there the horizontal strike.
Horizontal strike.
Let's go for 30.
I like it. Okay, so yes, we have shown you how crocodiles can strike from the water's edge, and it is amazing, but they have another skill, and that is coming vertically out of the water, nearly their entire body length. This enables them to grab a fruit bat on the wing, to grab a bird mid-flight, and it's a really good example of why you don't want to overhang the water in croc territory. Because these guys are amazing at doing what we call a tail walk. Scramba. Are you looking at the lovely audience? Do they all look delicious? Come over here, buddy. I know, they all look so yummy. Okay, so Scramba here likes to check the ramp first to see if I'm going to fall down onto him. Thankfully, it's been checked by Workplace Health and Safety. Alright, Scramba. Yay, good job, buddy! That was awesome! We're going to get his favorite great thrower. It's a rat! Scrapper's like, this looks disgusting. You're giving me a rat? It's really good for you, buddy. It's like a fluffy ratatouille.
Those rats there, they are on special now with Crikey Cafe.
Yeah, not special.
I love those birds. Scrapper, I know it's a rat. Does it look horrible? I'm sorry. But it has all your little vitamins.
He actually, this is so good for him. Very, very good for him. And this is what
Come on, come on. That is a good boy. Okay, and this is rat. The rat is now floating in the pool.
That's all right.
He is sinking, so don't try to use a rat as a flotation device.
that is good to
I'm
know.
so sorry, but he's looking for it.
He could try to tell us that he didn't want to eat a rat.
I'm so
He was like,
sorry.
I really don't want to eat that.
And there's like a wrapper.
Oh, that's weird.
Is that a rat wrapper?
Why
Here
not
he
do
is. So he's coming in to have another little
I don't know
here.
what's happening, but you're
Now,
doing a good job.
what I want to try and do here is see if Scrapper might be keen to show you another strike. Now, what I want to do is sort of dispel a bit of a myth. You know, a lot of people think that crocodiles are really all about the chase, but you see how keen he is here, in amongst the water, in amongst that strike zone. Hey, up here, mate, up here, here you go. What I want you to see is just how low he is to come out. You see, he's not striking for food here. I'm sitting here with a big piece of food in front of his head, he doesn't really mind. What gets him interested is movement in his environment, near his water. So all we need to do as human beings to stay safe around the apex predator, the crocodile, is just take a few steps back from that water's edge. If you're at least 5 meters back from the water, you're going to be fine. Now, of course, you also don't want to overhang the water, as Bindi and Mum showed us over there. And the biggest rule is to never enter the water with a crocodile. That's a very, very, very bad idea. But if you follow those simple rules, you are going to be just fine in crocodile territory. And the interesting thing is, if we protect ourselves around crocodiles, well, we inadvertently end up protecting the crocs. Because crocs are usually branded as these big evil monsters running around eating everyone for no reason, and that's not the case. It really isn't. You have to break the rules. You've got to get a little bit too close before they have a go at you. So, if we reduce the conflict, if no bites occur, because remember crocodiles bite, you will not have that conflict and you won't have the cause for culling, and you can have these animals in healthy numbers forever.
Good job. Good job, Scrapper.
Good on you, mate. And it really shows us there, from the base of his tail to the tip of his nose, that's where he's quick. Now, Scrapper's gotten a good feed. I don't know if he's particularly hungry anymore, but what you can see is how, me being near his water, he's still very keen. So that shows to me that he still wants a little bit more to do. I reckon it's about time we give Scrapper a little gift. A little gift from us to you. There's one thing that he loves more than anything else, and that is to show us how, you're right, to show us how he can overpower a wild animal. Now, let's use a wild animal for this demonstration. Chandler, okay, you're right, you go for it. Let's see how Chandler goes.
Okay, so what we want you to do is imagine that you are in far north Queensland. This is deep, dark, murky water, and a large feral pig approaches the water's edge. The pig doesn't see the crocodile. The crocodile strikes. He grabs that large feral pig and tries to get it back into the water, but the pig doesn't want to go into the water, so the crocodile goes on a Disney ride. So the crocodile is going to head shake, or if we're really lucky, death roll! Yes! Go Scrapper! We have a death roll. This is exactly like what you would see in the wild. Crocodiles will roll an animal off its feet to try to drown it very quickly. This is so good for Scrapper. He knows he is the king of the Crocodile. He knows he's so strong. And this is kind of like throwing a stick for your dog. He thinks he has Chandler's leg right now. So he is absolutely stoked and just enjoyed the ride. He's like, oh, this is lovely. I love going on a little ride. Scrapper, you have to do more than go on a Disney ride. You can do this. Show those amazing predator skills. Head shake, tip roll, something else. Just like, it's in the script. Come on, Scrapper, you've got this, buddy. Chandler's arms are going to pop out in a minute. You can do it, buddy. He's so amazing. Usually he's way more majestic than this. But you can see how he's just so incredibly strong. He knows he can just lug that piece of food, and eventually Chandler will get tired. He's going to get his piece of food. Nice work, Scrapper. You did so good, buddy. That was hilarious. Well done, Chandler.
That was awesome, Scrapper. You have big eyes. Did you get that all by yourself? Did you get that? a good boy. He's a good boy. I love him. So now the tricky part is, although he's got 64 very sharp, huge, penetrating teeth, he can't chew his food.
Oh.
So he's got to just wiggle it around in his mouth till he can swallow it down whole. So in the wild, if they get a big food item, they'll pick it up and violently head shake, and then whatever's in their mouth they swallow, and the rest is dislodged down the river. So he's got a piece he can swallow, but oh no, he's like, this is even more disgusting than the rat.
Did he really just spit it out?
I ordered the quiche Lorraine.
Oh my
See,
goodness.
this is so classic for Scrapper. This is not the first time he's done this.
Look at it,
Scrapper,
look at it.
Scrapper does not care about food, like, at all. Like, he comes out here not for the food. Like, watch this, right? So like, you think he's eating all he can eat. If I get close to him, he's gonna, like, without a doubt, 100%, he's gonna go again.
Yeah.
Like, as if he's never struck. He is so focused on the thrill of the chase and the hunt. The food doesn't really matter to him. I love you for it, mate. He's just awesome.
I think to summarize the show, really, if we're going to sum things up, crocodiles don't like eating rats or feral pigs, and also crocodiles bite.
Yes,
They definitely
I'd
bite.
say we've done our job here today.
Crocs bite.
Crocs bite,
But they
absolutely
don't
don't. But
They just bite.
they just bite, and then they go home.
And what
That's
we
it.
want to stress is really all of that natural behaviour. And the most important thing for us is that our crocodiles have a really good day. And you can see how much he enjoys getting to hunt, getting to do what crocs are meant to do. And hopefully together we can learn to appreciate these animals, their place in the environment. They are so important as an apex predator. And it's up to all of us to make sure that they're around forever. And all we need to do is stay safe in crocodile territory. And if you want to go one step further, if you see crocodile skin or meat being sold, please don't purchase it. If we can stop that trade, we'll definitely make sure these guys are around forever, because they are truly beautiful animals. And we really appreciate you guys helping to continue the legacy that Dad started. The crocodile conservation. Look at how keen he is. He's so keen. The crocodile conservation legacy. Like, look at the difference. I'm just going to show you case in point. Now that he's out on land, watch this. I can sit down right in front of him, and he's not going to try and get me. Isn't that amazing? I can even lay down in front of him, and he doesn't care. I'll just come over here a little bit. But like, he doesn't care. I could have a nap here. Like, I'm not gonna, but he doesn't care at all. The crocs are not trying to get you. All you gotta do is stay out of that zone. See the difference? That's all you gotta do. Let's love our crocs. Let's protect them. Cheers, guys.